Welcome back. So far, in our API, we can create, read, and update with the methods that we've made so far. Time for the last one, which is delete. All right, so going back to our code. So I'm going to define a delete method. So movie quote underscore delete. And this is self, and it also has a request, right, that we can do here. And it's actually pretty straightforward here. I take my request, and deletion is done by key. So request dot key dot delete, and that's kind of like the opposite of put into the data store. This is saying delete it from the data store, and then we go ahead and we have to return something. Why do we have to return something? Again, the annotations have to be either a method or a query method. And since it makes sense that it's just a method in our query method, we need to return an object. So we will return kind of like a dummy movie quote, right? So we're going to call a constructor, so make a new one, and then we can set one of the fields. What I usually do is if it has a string field, I just go ahead and set it to something like deleted, right? Just so we return something. Now, a couple more things here. We do have to make sure that the thing that we're deleting was in the data store. If not, we should throw an exception. So we'll just add in that simple case right here. So if our request is actually not from the data store, so let's go ahead and put this guy in. But we will say if not request dot from data store, then we should, in Python, it's called raising an exception. And I believe this is an endpoints dot, like something like we can use a not found exception, right? And then movie quote to be deleted, not found, something like that. And again, that would be complete, except that we do need to update our annotation here. So let's decorate it. So movie quote dot method. And again, it has our same options here for request fields, response fields, and so on. For this guy, for request fields, we are going to specify one for delete. And that's the fact that we're deleting this here by entity key. So I'm going to say entity key. There's weirdness here in Python. This is actually, we have a tuple again like we did for the query fields before, but it only has one thing in it. And in Python, when you have a tuple with one thing, you have to put a closing comma even though there's nothing else. And I think that's to distinguish it from being like some kind of a function call. Great. We don't need the other fields. We do, again, need name, path, and HTTP method. So name is going to be, let's see, so just like the other ones. So movie quote dot, and then the name of the method here, so dot delete. And then the path is going to be actually a little bit different here. Movie quote slash delete. Good so far. But they actually give us the opportunity to make this entity key a required field. And the way that you do that is in curly braces, you put the entity key in the path. So we will do that. We'll see the effects of that in a minute. And then HTTP method is going to be equal to delete. Okay. Some people you'll see will actually try to use get and post for everything, but since we have delete available to us, might as well use it. Let's see. So that looks okay. Let's go ahead and try this guy. So I'm going to go back to the Explorer, and again do a refresh, and we'll see delete. Oops, we forgot our doc string. Just for kicks, let's go ahead and put that in there. So 1, 2, 3, delete a quote if it's there. All right, and let's try this guy again. Refresh, and there we go. Delete a quote if it's there. Great. So let's go ahead and delete. And we see that when we hit delete here, you'll see that entity key is in red, and that just means that it's required. So let's go ahead and grab something that we want to delete. So we need an entity key. So let's test it. I'm just going to list all the ones that we have, and let's go ahead and blow one away. Why not this first one right here? So this one said movie and new quote. So I'm going to grab its entity key, copy it, come back, go back to delete. Here's a required entity key. We'll execute it. and here's our delete request. It's coming in, and you'll see that it actually has the entity key in the path, right? Movie quote slash delete slash and then the entity key, and it came back okay. And notice that it returned to us a quote that just had deleted in it, right? So that was our dummy quote. All right, that's deletion. That's all we got for you for today. All right, we'll see you later.